Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast. I love these like fall night episodes.
Me too. It's finally getting cool. Well, today was like 75 degrees, so I don't want to say it's getting cooler. Wednesday is 85 degrees. It is mid-November.
Yeah, that is a little crazy. I tried to wear like a jacket the other day and I was hot. But like when I look back on Canceled's history, all of my favorite memories are like night and it's cold outside. Like just some episodes like Marianne when we filmed that episode.
What a good time.
Like with my Bob.
I love that. That's like my best, or like maybe not the actual cut, but I love that length of your hair.
Really?
But like at that point, I think you had just taken like scissors to your extension.
Yeah,
it's so funny that that's our like most viral episode ever.
That always happens to me. Like you me with the toothbrush, the red lip. Like I
loved that red lip. You have so much to say about that red lip. I think it slayed.
But anyways, I am excited to film tonight. I'm trying to get in like an upbeat. I was crying all day yesterday. Like it just.
Why?
Well, first of all, I just get very emotional. Like just around my period sometimes. Like 1 in every 5 periods, I'm like just such a crier. But every video, every Kamala, everything yesterday, I was just like sobbing. I don't know. Her speech did make me feel better though.
It did. I almost felt like she was like, it's okay. It's going to be all right. You know
yeah, it was like, and good for her. Like I was really thinking about the strength it takes to.
She was so graceful about it. I was telling BB beforehand, I'm like, imagine like how anxious you are because you put so much of your time and your energy and your money and everything into this campaign. And like, she's so emotionally invested in it, of course. And so many people
are sad.
Yeah, I was probably just like,
it's crazy. I know people like really hate hearing. It's so interesting because whenever we talk about politics or our thoughts, all the comments are like,
don't fucking talk about that.
Like I saw all these TikToks today, like asking us to speak up. And I was like, I just feel like I've been seeing so many takes on the internet that are really good. And
me too. And I've seen a lot of people just like changing my perspective a little bit, like saying like, there's no sense in like being pessimistic and thinking like the sky is falling and everything's going to end, because
it's hard to like remain with hope, but you definitely still have to like try, you know what I mean? I've been seeing a lot about the 4B movement. Have you been seeing that? So like over in God, and I'm gonna butcher this and this is why people get mad, but just you'll understand the gist. Obviously do your research. I'm not trying to educate anyone, but over I think in Korea, the women were essentially saying, hey, we don't have any rights, like this is fucked. And so they all stopped dating and having sex and essentially went celibate. And for the first time ever, the death toll was higher than the birth toll. And that's like very scary for like repopulation. But they were saying like, we're not going to keep generating babies if you're not going to like give us our rights.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm celibate now. Sorry, Makoa.
Yeah, I don't know. It's heavy. I just am trying to not be like negative about it because it's like I feel like there's nothing, it's like out of my hands.
It's crazy. I saw this guy tweeting, I don't know his name, but he's like a very heavy Trump supporter and he's like famous for it, and he just tweeted like, your body my choice, like yada yada.
Ew.
Like it is so scary, these certain men that are taking it there. Like it's just like, it's horrifying. It's horrifying as a woman, for sure, to see things like that and people like that.
Like even you have to hope that those people are just like troll. Like I hope
the fact that there are so many men out there who really do like
genuinely feel that way.
Yeah, and want to take our rights away. It's so scary and it does feel very regressive. But speaking of that, I'm like becoming such a like movie reviewer. But have you seen Woman of the Hour?
No.
You need watch it tonight. Like, promise me you'll watch it. It's on Netflix. Anna Kendrick acts in it, and she directed and produced it.
I have seen Woman. Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It was so good.
I didn't realize it was based on a true story.
Yeah, completely based on a true story. It's such a crazy movie. I've never seen a movie that so accurately depicts the feeling that it is to be a woman and to be scared of a man and to have to fawn to get away from a man and all of those like type of things. I feel like it's going to go down in history, the difference of this movie versus It Ends With Us. Like I feel like this movie is exactly what It Ends With Us was like kind of trying to do, and just like Blake Lively obviously failed that so hard. Anna Kendrick didn't make $1 from it. Like
she did, but she donated it all,
which is so
amazing.
Cool.
I just think everybody in that movie was so amazing. The guy who played the murderer, he was brilliant. He was just so good at like I was feeling like afraid of him, like
through the screen.
Yeah.
And it is just so crazy that shit is based on a true story. And the fact that the one girl lived because he took her out to the forest. He hurt her. I'm assuming he was going to kill her, like he was going to kill all of her victims, but then she flipped it on him and she was like, don't tell anyone about this. And then she ended up living.
So crazy that she thought to do that. It's so, I would love to like hear from her. I tried to look up if they had any like actual documentaries on it after. I can't remember if there were any or not.
Yeah, it's a very like fucking nutty, crazy story. I'm now on this side of TikTok of like real women telling stories about how they've like protected themselves against men, and it's just so crazy, all of the things that you have to do inherently as a woman that like men will never think about. Like, you know what I mean? Like just like waiting in public spaces before you go to your car and like making sure to remain eye contact so they don't think that you're an easy victim, and like just all the crazy things that women have to do to like protect themselves. It's just wild.
It is. Anna needed a taser.
Dude, there were just people casing my house right now. So, you know, well, I don't want to say her name, but I have a friend who lives like 2 streets over and her whole house just got like completely robbed. There's like a robbery. I cannot wait to move out of this neighborhood. And I think people are trying to case my house right now. There's been 2 people in the last week that have been seen like outside of my house, like looking in, like earpiece.
I don't know. What does case mean?
Like checking out the vibes, like how easily robbable. Okay. And it's crazy because I have security. So it's like these people are like so, because the LAPD just doesn't care that hard. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, these people are so confident that even with security that like they could rob me. And like, that's horrifying.
Oh, that's terrifying. Do you think they robbed your friend though? Because she's like very like, everyone knows how rich she is.
That's true. She is like a publicly known billionaire, but at the same time, like,
well, I almost think a billionaire would be harder to rob.
But also like that's on her for buying a house over here, I guess.
Yeah, she's not in a gated neighborhood or something. She is a billion with a B.
It is nuts. But I mean, they just rob these houses like it's absolutely fucking nothing, especially with all the like glass. Like I'm like, with this house that I'm getting, I have to get all this like glass shatter detection shit. And it's just because like once they rob you, like the police are not helping you. You have to do everything to like stop them in the act, which is so nuts.
Ooh.
I'm excited to move a little further away though. I think I found a house.
I'm so happy for you. Can you tell me about it first of all? And then I'm going to tell you why I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I'm only scared because of its location, because it adds an extra 45 minutes to your drive time.
It is a little far. It's, you know, what's funny is I was originally looking at houses in Calabasas just because Calabasas is really safe and like Hidden Hills, whatever. I went and I toured a house in Hidden Hills, which I didn't even know I could afford. First of all, I was like, I didn't think they like that was the tax bracket. But I went to go tour this house in Hidden Hills, and this is where Kim Kardashian lives, Drake lives. We passed Lil Wayne's house on the way.
Ooh.
And I have such a hot take.
You don't like it over there?
Have you ever been inside of Hidden Hills?
No.
Like, I hadn't either. I'd been in like a lot of neighborhoods in Calabasas, but this is the neighborhood. Like all the rappers rap about it. It's where all the Kardashians live and like whatever. So you just imagine it to be very grandiose. And like, for example, even this house I was touring, I'll like get into it in a second, but it's like, even just for a plot of land there, it's very expensive. And like the guard gate's just like a little hut, like one girl working. And we drove in the neighborhood and it was so creepy. Like very much felt like Don't Worry Darling, like Harry Styles vibes, like all white picket fences and like all the front doors are open, and I'm just like,
wait, I love that. Like go to your neighbor's house.
I guess, yeah, but it was really creepy. And we show up to tour this house, and it's like it blew up and fucking landed there. First of all, I can't afford Hidden Hills. That was the moral of the story here. Like an actual house in there would be out of my tax bracket. And we get to this house, and normally real estate agents as well. I feel like I probably toured 50 houses in the last like month. So I feel like I've gotten a good consensus of the average real estate agent, their age, what they look like, their vibe, whatever. And this old creepy man gets out of the car and he takes us in, and like the lights are flickering. I had a whole panic attack in the house. Do you ever walk in a house and you just feel like such a negative vibe?
Yeah,
and like,
I was just telling you about that earlier.
Every single room was painted like kids' rooms, but really creepy. Like there was a rainbow painted on one of the walls that it looked like someone like did with their fingertips. And like
what
lights.
If it was someone's little baby?
Brooke, it was so creepy. I had like a literal full panic attack and I had to leave the house. I was like, and then I Googled it and someone died there.
You have to imagine that someone's died in pretty much every house. Like houses are so old here and people die.
I know people do be croaking, but it's just like I'm really trying to find a house that no one's croaked in. I just keep, and it's
that's like kind of like, then you're gonna need a new build, and then you end up with a dentist office house, and you don't want that.
I know. Well, I do think I found my house, so the hunt is finally like borderline over. But I think through this process, I've learned that I think I'm a psychic medium, and I can tell when people have died in houses.
My only thing is, don't marry the house, because
until I get those keys, it is not mine. I am like, I'm in the...
Yeah, it's so common. I feel like people fall in love with a house. You're so committed. You think you start planning furniture and everything, and then
I know
it
until
either falls through or someone puts in a better offer.
I know, but I will like... Oh my God. I'm fighting for her. I feel like I've toured every single house. I want to map
it like from my house and see how long it's going to take. Cause like
it is a little further.
I'm willing to commute. I'm just thinking if like I need to get you anywhere, I'm like, oh, we're toast.
Leaving Hollywood is very important to me.
Also going to be good for you.
I was touring houses in Hollywood Hills, and I felt like it was like giving party, bachelor, crash pad, that type of era. And it's just, I'm out of it. I'm excited.
Some of our favorite houses, like think like Whitney's house. Whitney's house is like an hour away, but it's the most gorgeous house you've ever seen.
Yeah. And this house, it's like, it's beautiful. It's new, but it does have some character. And I think it's going to be really great. I'm really excited, but you're right. I can't marry it until I have the keys. I'm sure I'll be on here next week talking about how someone outbid me that's like a finance guy, and I'm going to be so fucking pissed. But
no, you're going to
at least it's not in Hidden Hills. I couldn't believe it. We drove past Kim Kardashian's house. It was like 2 minutes from her house, and there was like guards outside. I couldn't even look. I just felt like I wasn't even allowed to look. But it's crazy that 2 minutes down the road there's like a little murder plot for sale for $5 million. Like I couldn't. This house was $5 million, Brooke, and I swear to God it was like.
I struggle though, because sometimes you say that and I don't think that they're that bad. Maybe just like
no, it was like flickering lights and like carpet with like piss and shit and like
not piss and shit carpet,
like barbed wire around the pool. These are no exaggerations. Like it was like really scary. And I was like, damn, it's just crazy how much you pay. I'm realizing for like the neighborhoods.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Because you can theoretically do whatever you want with that house. And now, like, if you were to make it beautiful, now you have a beautiful house in Hidden Hills.
That's true. That is really true.
Hot take, though, I fuck so hard with carpet. I love carpet. I wish every house had carpet.
Well, it's a sensory dream, but it's a buffalo sauce nightmare.
Yeah. I think it's like bedrooms are for carpet and bedrooms are not for buffalo sauce, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah. It's so funny. I'm like already looking at like microwaves and fridges to put in my room. That's my dream. You got me a pink toaster. I'm gonna put it in my room.
I gifted her this gorgeous pink toaster, and I just found it. I'm like looking for a fork in the kitchen. I found it stuffed away in a drawer underneath like mail. I just feel like not everyone's vibe is Peppa. Like I try to keep my Peppa-fication to a minimum. There's a Peppa shrine in this house.
I am actually, I hate to even say this because I don't think I've come to with it yet, but I think I'm parting with my Peppa shrine.
You can't. Those were gifted to you by thousands of fans.
I'm going to keep certain pieces that mean a lot to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like ones like that. But the Peppa records and like I have a whole Peppa Doctor set. Like it's like there are certain things.
I got you the Peppa Doctor set.
Did you?
I did.
Okay, so I'll keep that
Nurse
one.
Peppa.
I'll keep that one. But there's just like, I have like 3 Peppa rugs. Like I think that there is a place I could donate it and a lot of underprivileged kids would really enjoy.
Okay, you got me with the underprivileged
like
kids.
There's a whole room full of Peppa shit. I went downstairs yesterday and I'm like, did we really have to ball out at Buc-ee's like that? Like it's like the amount of bucks in my house. I'm ready for, I want to move light through life, and you taught me that, and I'm very excited to be turning over that leaf. But enough about how I think Hidden Hills sucks. No, it's not that. You really do hear about it all the time, and it's spoken about so crazy, and it was just a really eerie like dystopian, don't worry darling, grayscale kind of dingy vibe. Really? I was expecting the hills to be a little more hidden, you know?
Shit.
It's giving the hills have eyes.
Ooh.
But it's like obviously the Kardashians and Drake and all of those people who live in there probably just buy plots of land and then build their dream conglomerates.
Yeah, like it's huge compounds.
Yeah. Got an appetite for excitement? Fill up on Sauce Boss Barbecue, the newest exclusive slot game from DraftKings Casino. Play for mouthwatering wins and check out one-of-a-kind features like the collection multiplier and progress saving. New players play just $5 to score $50 instantly in casino credits. Download the app and sign up with code CANCELLED. Then get a taste of Sauce Boss Barbecue exclusively on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. One offer per new casino customer. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see casino.draftkings.com/get50. Ends November 24th, 2024. Game availability varies by jurisdiction. Thank you, DraftKings, for sponsoring today's episode of the Canceled Podcast.
If you had other people living on your compound, who would you choose? Like if you had a compound like with multiple houses, who would live there?
Everyone I know. Really? Everyone. I would poach absolutely everyone.
I heard Elon Musk is building a compound for all his baby mamas and they're all going to live in separate houses, but he has, I think, like 11 kids or something.
I had a dream the other night that him and I went on a dinner date and he really liked me. And I've come to the conclusion that I do think Elon Musk would really like me.
I don't know. I don't think he would like me, but I could see you guys getting along. I feel like you could really like keep up with a conversation with Elon. Although I don't know if he's much of a conversationalist.
It surprises me that he's so MAGA. Did you see his like dark MAGA? I was like, what world are we in?
It doesn't surprise me because did you see how much more he's worth like today than he was yesterday?
What?
It's like, I think like hundreds of millions of dollars.
I mean, yeah, I guess the like 1% of it all. Like,
also,
duh.
I think Tesla stock went up today. Like I forget how it was like something really stupid.
He's worth around $270 billion.
Jesus Christ. But it was like something that like as of today, like I don't know what I saw, but I'm like, no shit. He like is a Trumpy.
I guess that's true, but I just feel like with how progressive he is, like technologically.
Yeah, you can't have a kid named like Xbox.
Yeah, and like that's just like I don't know. Like in my head, I feel like
I don't know. I guess it just doesn't really make sense to me.
Like he just I don't know.
Doesn't he have a kid with Amber Heard? He does. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy when I see like
they have a kid?
Like, I know everybody in Hollywood is like kind of interconnected, but still it feels like That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. Like, what do you mean Amber Heard has a kid with Elon Musk?
It is crazy. My friend for a while was dating this guy. Have I told this story on Canceled before?
I don't think so.
My friend was dating this guy, one of my really good friends. And so I would hang out with him a lot. And I like didn't know I feel like I've told this story on Canceled. And if I have, I'm such a piece of shit. But I was hanging out with him all the time. Like we ended up getting like pretty fucking close. And then little things just started happening. Like I remember one day I was playing Krusty Krab Cook-Off on my phone. And then we're going to get into iPhone games in a second because I have to tell you something sad. And he comes up to me and he's hanging out at my house and he's like, oh my God, like that game looks so fun. I'm going to make a game just like it. And he came back the next day and like on his phone, he had made a prototype game that was just like the game I was playing. And it was like even better. And I was just like, this is so weird that he like, do you know what I mean? Especially because he was just like young and like, just like a, in my head, like a Hollywood kid, like whatever. And then he was younger too. And so there was a day where he had to go get his ID.
Was he Elon Musk's kid?
Yeah, that's like essentially where it's like gonna go.
Oh,
he had to go get his ID or his fake ID or something. And so my friend took him and they said that like my friend drove him to go pick up the ID and they pull up and it's just like this metal compound situation. They get it. He sees on his ID that it says Musk. And then like I know him obviously. So then my friend ends up telling me like later after hanging out and he looks just like him. He looks just like him. And like it's just so it's so wild. And yeah, so he ended up like telling me a lot about his lore and like whatever, and he is. And he's like kind of becoming famous now, but
really?
Not
in a good way.
But people still don't know.
Oh,
people still like his name isn't Musk like outwardly, and people still don't know. And I'm like wondering if it's gonna happen.
Oh, I would be waving that like a flag. My dad is Elon.
While I'm on the subject of iPhone games,
are you gonna tell me you spent a stupid amount of money on another game?
Travel Town. I want to put a PSA out here too.
Wait, didn't we talk about this in the last episode?
I did. I talked about it and people have been tweeting me now. They're like, I'm downloading it because of you. And I'm not fucking kidding? Do not download the game Travel Town. Like, it was getting so fucking bad for me where I was like, there was a night like where I think you and I were podcasting the next day and I'm exhausted. Like, I've been doing so much. I've been barely fucking sleeping. I stayed up until 6:30 in the morning playing Travel Town. I spent hundreds of dollars on Travel Town so that I could sit there, and all you do, the entire premise of the game is just merging rocks to make seashells, and then you make bigger seashells, and then you make bigger seashells, and that's it. There's no winning, there's no final answer, there's no fun graphics, there's nothing. You run out of the energy, you have to keep buying the energy. Anyways, so eventually I'm like trying to figure out little things in the game, you know, like how do I get the quirky orange shell, right? Mm-hmm. And so naturally I go on Travel Town Reddit, okay? And I'm like reading the Travel Town Reddit for like hacks on, you know, how to play the game better and whatever. And I organize it to top posts, okay? And it is all these fucking people, Brooke, I swear to God, on the Bible being like, I'm 8 months clean, you can do it too. like
no.
And going into like how it ruined their life, like how they were spending their rent and their bills and everything on Travel Town.
Like a gambling addiction, but
yes,
like
because
just
it's
merging
like,
shells.
it's made for people who have ADHD like me and like dopamine problems. Like, it's made to like really release and center your dopamine, and they're fucked. Like the way that, like, I saw a million ads, that's how it got me. And they move buttons in the game, like let's say a button that you're constantly using to like play, they'll make that like a buy something button so that like you don't even know. And it's like,
oh shit,
it's so fucked up. Like these people are preying on innocent victims like me. And I utterly cannot believe. So I made Paige delete it and put a child lock. Paige had to spend an hour and a half the other day putting a child lock on Travel Town for me because I stayed up till 6 a.m. and spent like $300.
I admire your willingness to get better. Because
no, I'm like a week and a half clean off Travel Town, and I don't want anybody to download it or any. Thought you were all exaggerating. Finally deleted. I'm officially a quitter. Goodbye. We had a good. I'm not kidding, dude. I'm not kidding. I'm ashamed of my addiction. Brooke.
This is actually insane.
No, and I promise you, I quit the day the update happened. I haven't looked back.
That is so funny.
No, this is evil. That's one of the ones where they moved the button.
Finally deleted this game. I've spent more money on it than I'm willing to admit.
No, it's bad. It's really bad.
I'm gonna download it, but I'm gonna test because I always say I don't have an addictive personality, so I'm gonna see if I can walk away from Travel Town.
Fucking pick me.
No. I was just gonna say that. That's like saying I just want to try crystal meth once.
Yeah, like no, but I do think it has a certain type of victim, and I am it. And I just want to put a PSA out there. It's crazy.
Where do you think that money goes? Like, because it's like, is it a free app?
It's a free app. But like, it's made to make you BBs downloading it. Stop. No, it got to the point where I would be playing and I would stop and I'm just playing it in my head. Like, I just couldn't wait until the time where I like got it, like really fucked me up. And I just like, I can't believe people were asking me if I was sponsored, and like, I just.
Well, don't.
I was going to say I wouldn't take the sponsorship, but if they hit me up and they said you can play for free forever, but I would just feel bad because it is like really, yeah, I don't know. It was really fucking up my week.
Well, I'm glad we got through it. I guess there's worse things to be addicted to, but it's not really good to be addicted to anything.
There are, but it's like, it was just crazy. Like the contrast, like I'm then touring houses and thinking about my future, and it's like you're blowing money on this game you're addicted to that you don't even want to spend money on. Like they really got me good. I'm glad it wasn't like months, and I'm glad I found the Reddit and saw that it was like could create a serious problem. And like I have it. Paige has a password. You got
ahead of it.
I just actually can't believe like I felt extreme victim to.
You're gonna end up
Town.
having like a secret phone.
No, and I'm not alone. Like I'm really not. Oh my God, my iPad. I hate that you. Oh my God, I've got to get her to.
Sorry.
I know I'm gonna make Makoa put a child lock on the iPad. I'm literally not kidding.
Why do you even have an
BB,
iPad?
stop.
BB's already playing.
She said I can see why it's addicting. Just play with caution. I also think that there are games where if you're spending money and stuff to like build something for fun and you're not feeling shame and guilt about it, like that's one thing. But it's just there's no like progress. I miss it now, and I'm like watching her play it. I'm like, fuck, I want to play.
No, you're better off without it.
No, it was, I am
5 days
sure.
clean.
Like, not kidding. It's just, it's crazy. Especially because of me coming off of alcohol, I think it's one of those things too, where they say you move one addiction to the other. And I was like, I'm not about to like be so sober and killing it and then have my life overcome by seashell merge game.
You should start doing like water sports or something.
Okay.
You're amazing in the water.
I do love the water, but I'm just too fake, like in LA.
What about like water aerobics?
It could be fun. I'm right now my self-tan addiction is getting a little bad too. I like all week I was trying to embrace my pale because you kind of inspired me, stop being a slave to the Isle of Paradise. And I just like, it's really crazy how much that orange juice helps my dopamine and my self-image.
See, I did feel that way until I started, everyone's like, Brooke, you literally look like a Cheeto Puff.
I've never thought you did in person. I think that was just the filter.
Well,
that Oscar
it's
was
how
using.
I photograph. It's how I do my makeup. I do like low-key have makeup blindness. I don't want to talk about it, but I do. And I know, but like, it's fine. It's like a phase that I'm just going to have to get through.
What do you mean makeup blindness?
No, it's like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm slaying. And then I watch this back and I'm like,
what do you think you need to do? You mean your foundation color? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, that... my blush, I really take it like over the top with the blush.
I think your makeup looks beautiful, but one time you did bully me into the ground for having birthday makeup, so I'm just gonna let you fucking cook on your own. Like,
first of all, I love birthday makeup. I am obsessed with birthday makeup. It's my favorite style.
I lie?
I love birthday makeup, but I have a bone to pick with birthday makeup because it's a cut crease, and I can't do a cut crease because I have hooded eyes.
Me either, honestly. Me either. I'm honestly so tapped out of makeup after Halloween. That's all I know.
I just don't like to wear makeup anymore, but it's like I like to have makeup on. I just don't like to put it on, and I don't like to take it off.
I'm serious. Halloween Avatar. So Makoa and I obviously finally lived out our Avatar fantasy, and it was such a fun day. Like just seeing him get fucking painted blue, like, and really thinking about like, this man had no idea his life was going to go here. And that just obviously coming from our weird porn day was a little strange, but it was really fun. And you can buy exclusive content from that day.
You're selling content of you and Makoa as Avatar?
Titties blue. Titties. I still have blue in my nipple ring. Here's what I was going to get to. And under my nails. The girl came and painted me and she was so sweet. She gave me a remover and she was like, hey, this, it'll come off with this, whatever. Like, but I think maybe for someone else, it would have been easy. I just now got unblue. Like I've been blue for a week. I thought me and Makoa were gonna have this like sexy Avatar shower where we like scrub it off of each other. Right. I started fighting with this man so crazy. The blue paint clogged my drain. We're up to our ankles.
I saw you were like swimming in blue.
So it took us like 5.5 hours to get the blue off. We're stained blue. Everything in my house was blue. Like it was so fucking awful. I went through like 3 bottles of body wash, whole 9. I get in my bed, stained blue. I open my TikTok video of James Charles being Avatar with 7 people removing it off of him. And I was like, wow, this is how people do that shit. Like
I've never painted my whole body, but I've always dreamt of it, but maybe not blue. Blue's a hard color to take out too.
That's true. It does like really stain. It was honestly so fun.
But it was so cute. You FaceTimed me and I was shocked.
It was so much fun, but it was like she had to paint my whole body blue, all my cracks and crevices and orifices because I wanted to do the spicy website. Oh. So
did you tip her good?
I did tip her good, but she was like in my nipple and my guts. So
wow.
What a trooper for that. I'm serious.
It was amazing.
I actually can't think about it too much because I'm like, there's no way I'm selling like nudes as Avatar right now in this moment like this.
I think it's amazing. I think it's inspirational.
Brooke, I think I'm selling nudes as Avatar. Like, that's crazy.
And what about it?
Like prosthetic on my ear, titties out. Like imagine me, I'm like on my knees.
You had an ear prosthetic?
Oh yeah, I had the whole thing. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. But just imagine me in that studio and my titties are out and Maddie's shooting me and she's like, mouth a little more open. Okay, get on your knees. And I'm like, what the fuck has my life come to?
I love it. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
I think that it was just like if I didn't take it there,
it would have been a waste.
There. Like it's
at least you like could wash it off knowing like, oh, I got my bag out of this.
I definitely did. I actually still have some more content from it that I need to put up tonight. Maybe I will.
Well, that's exciting. It sounded like I was like being sarcastic, but I wasn't.
Now just imagine that. But
that's a slut. You are blue as fuck too.
It was crazy. It was so fun. It was really, really fun. And I actually
look like literally he like has like the angular features. Like he looks like he could be in the movie.
Yeah, it was so fun. We went places after this too. Paige wanted to like go through a drive-through, and we were like in a liquor store.
Who made Mongeau stand? Like I just can't imagine being like Mongeau and just being fuck. Okay. Look at your foot. Look at that point.
Oh my God. I had to reshape my foot so much smaller than that. It was like as long as my calf. It was as long as my calf. I don't know if it was the angle or what's going on there.
Did you arch your feet a little bit more? Because like there's no
way.
I
have a crazy arch. We've been over this.
You have a crazy arch.
I have a crazy arch.
BB's got a good arch on her too.
Mm-hmm. I love a great deal as much as the next guy. But I'm not going to crawl through a bed of hot coals just to save a few bucks. It has to be easy. No hoops, no BS. So when Mint Mobile said it was easy to get wireless for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan, I called them on it. Turns out it really is that easy to get wireless for $15 a month. The longest part of the process was the time I spent on hold waiting to break up with my old provider. It was so easy to switch to Mint Mobile. To get started, go to mintmobile.com/canceled. There you'll see that right now, all 3-month plans are only $15 a month, including the unlimited plan. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number, along with all of your existing contacts. Find out how easy it is to switch to Mint Mobile and get 3 months of premium wireless service for $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/canceled. That's mintmobile.com/canceled. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/cancel. $45 upfront payment required. Equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. Thank you, Mint Mobile, for sponsoring today's episode. I'm suing Spirit Halloween.
Is it actually a photo of you?
Well, so yeah, I mean, we've been going back and forth on all of this, but essentially, I can't prove that it's not a photo of me. I've come to the conclusion that I think it is a photo of me, the Sally costume, where it's me on the bag, whatever. I post it. Spirit Halloween commented. I forget what they said. Spirit Halloween, they commented.
Why'd you post the same photo twice?
They said, why'd you post the same photo twice? And then they DM'd me too. And they said, we love to cause a little mischief. Eyes emoji. And I'm like, so no one is like negating that this isn't me. And like,
yeah, that's a little bit unsettling.
I don't know if I actually want to sue them because I think that karma wise, it's kind of like suing just to get money feels dirty for me. It really does. But at the same time, if they're selling an item with my face on it, like I would then be able to recoup all of the money from those sales. And like maybe my house needs a badminton court.
Nobody needs a badminton court.
I don't even know what that is. I'm kidding. I do. Like, I want a grand piano, and like Spirit Halloween is out here profiting of me as Sally.
Well, maybe you could have used your fucking Travel Town money to buy your grand piano.
Read me to filth. Read me to filth, or my Avatar porn money. It's like, Tana, you're fine. But I'm just like, it's almost like their sassy nature. And don't get me wrong, obviously, whoever commented that and DM'd me that is like probably just a funny WeHo gay that they've hired to run the social media department.
That's my favorite genre of like person.
100% same. Like that, like it's not that person, but I'm like at the same time, like someone out there is scamming. I think using at least
but like
50% of my
at the bottom of this.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, I don't know.
I want them to. I would be like honored if they used my photo. Right? No, yeah, you're right. You don't want them to benefit. How many people bought that costume just because they thought it was you?
Even that, but I'm just like, if my face is on it and they're making money off of it, like if that was like a real model, like she would have gotten paid.
You're a real model to me.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I don't know. Suing them does feel kind of dirty and wrong though. So like maybe I won't, but it's like
no. Spirit Halloween has unlimited dollars.
It's kind of like if they would just tell me like, yeah, it's you, or like, you know what I mean, put that to rest. I wouldn't be as like up in arms about it. Yeah. But they're just like toying with me.
You might respect their honesty a little bit.
Yeah. Like they're just toying with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're kind of like, playing a game.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. What else do we
Death
have?
to Spirit Halloween. Anything in pop culture?
The election is taking up, obviously, like, my whole timeline right now. That's all I'm really seeing is, like, political stuff. But do you know who Jill Stein is? Mm-mm. So she's the Green Party, right? She's, like, the third person who's running. And do you know that this woman, Jill Stein, has been running for president, like, since 2012, okay?
Aww.
When you go to her Instagram... Hold on one second.
Do you think she's spending big bucks to do it?
I have no
hope not.
idea. Wait, I need to find it. Hold on. It's so funny to me. Jill Stein, presidential candidate for the people, for the planet. Okay, so the Green Party is like for the planet. But this woman has been running for president since 2012, every single year. And like, I'm assuming that people, because she had like a lot of votes, not like a crazy amount, but I'm wondering if she does, if there are green people or if it's people who just like don't like either candidate end up just voting for her. But like, hold on, I need to find this article.
I guess I just don't. Well, of course you go to vote on everything else, like all the props and stuff, but I just can't imagine like not voting for one or the other if you know that it's gonna be one or the other. Mm-hmm. You know,
I just want to like have the ability to never give up like Jill Stein. Like 2012 is so long ago. I'm trying to find this article. Okay, New York Times wrote an article about Jill Stein, and they said, Jill Stein won't stop no matter who asks.
Aw, but she's sweet.
I know, but just how funny. Like, she just, like
you just have, like, I wonder if she's spending on her campaign, because, like, at that point, is it, like, someone's got to just, I don't know.
It is crazy to me that anyone can just, like, how Kanye ran.
I would like to point out that 25,000 people wrote in Hawktua on their ballots.
When I say I hate 2024, that's really what I mean. Can I also just talk about something right now? I've been on this whole fucking tangent about, like, how I feel like I'm really starting to, like, outgrow LA. Right? Like, it's just like, I think I'm older than the whole influencer culture and scene as of late. It was like, I didn't catch an invite to Alex Earl's party. Alex Warren ghosted me the other day. I was like, hey, remember me from the vlogs and the Hype House? Like, he's just Louis Capaldi now. And so I met Hawktua in Vegas at a poker tournament. She was playing in the same tournament. And I've always just really ridden for her, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I've always just been like, you would do it too, for a check to everyone who's like, you know what I mean? And when her podcast, and this is what I get for having any ego, when her podcast first dropped, she hit me up and was like, hey, like, come on my podcast. And then I was just kind of like pushing it to the back burner. Like, I was just busy and I was like, oh, I don't need to, whatever.
You should have prioritized Hawktua.
And then I meet her in Vegas and she's just super sweet and like so nice to me and just like gassing me up. And I'm like, oh my God, maybe I will go on. Like, I should just do it. And then it starts like blowing up. And I'm like, that would actually be so funny.
Huge. Have you seen her engagement?
Yeah, especially because all the men like are just shitting on it. And I love like banding together with any woman that all the men are like talking shit about. So I was like, oh my God, I want to come on. I want to talk shit. I want to whatever. And now it's giving Olivia O'Brien gate. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you. I have asked Hawktua, like, hold on, I have to find this. So she messages me to go on. I've now messaged Hawktua. I said, girl, I want to come on. Scene. She doesn't, whatever. And mind you, she was like looking into dates for me to come on. And now I'm like, I want to come on. I message her again a couple days later. I say, let me know when you're free. And she's like, you'll be in Vegas, right? Like for the poker tournament, whatever. Like she wants to hang out, but like she doesn't want to have me on. And I'm like, yes. And she goes, I'll see you there. I go, OMG, yes. Can we pod there? Scene. I'm getting fucking dissed and fucking...
She doesn't want you to talk to her.
What's the word? I'm getting like... shifted by Hawktua. Like Hawktua doesn't want to have me on her pod. Maybe it's my ego. Like maybe I'm just being like narcissistic, but like I think I feel like it's a good fit. And like she wants to have you on. She's asking everyone else. Hawktua's left me on scene 3 times. She asked Bibi.
No, I messaged her because I just like love her clips, and I messaged her like a week ago and I said, I'm obsessed with you. She says, my mouth just hit the floor. I'm obsessed with you. And I said, no, me and Tana are your biggest fans. You don't understand. She said, come on the pod. I would die. And I didn't respond. And the next day she says, we love you. You need to come on the pod for sure.
What do you mean? She's leaving me on scene and double messaging you. Haley.
No, this is the worst part. Then I go, please. I told Tana and she said that she's been messaging you. Just no response.
And she didn't respond to you?
to her?
I've done nothing.
But I just assumed
ride for Hawktua.
No, I assumed that she meant like both of us. Because I don't think
she did not, Brooke. She wants you. She doesn't want me.
I don't.
This is why I'm moving far away. I'm done. That's the time where you wash your hands with LA, is when you're hitting up Hawktua to go on her podcast and she's leaving you on scene. I quit.
No,
I'm
but
done.
she loves you.
Flop.
Haven't you seen that clip of somebody? They're like, who are you excited to see today? And she's like, Tana Mongeau. I love Tana Mongeau. So that's why I was like, and she doesn't follow me. She only follows you.
Brooke. No, it's
clearly
funny.
I said, Tana says you've been ignoring her, and then she just ignored me.
Brooke, no, I don't think she dislikes me as a person. Obviously, she's responding like to hang out in Vegas, but like she's dodging me. She doesn't want me on her pod. Like that's. Am I bad for Hawktua's image?
No. I just like that is so hilarious.
This is where
though.
I draw the line, though, dude.
She's huge though. Like honestly, like I'm not surprised. Like her photos, like a photo of hers, her last photo, I think got like 350,000 likes or something.
I understand in this. No, I'm done because everything I'm gonna say is just gonna get progressively more intense, and I think I need to like stop this right here. Like, but I just. Wow.
You know, I feel like people are lining down the block to get on Talk Tua though, because it is a funny podcast and it is receiving a lot of backlash, but I feel like that makes it better.
I can't believe I'm not cool enough to go on Talk Tua.
No, I think that your time on Talk Tua is coming.
Actually, I'm so sad. Wow. I can't believe she left you on scene after you said Tana says you've been ignoring her.
She did, in her defense, she didn't. It doesn't say scene. She just never responded.
Still, it's just like. And no shade again. Like I want the best for Talk Tua, but wow. Zach Bryan and Brianna Chicken Fry.
A lot has happened since we spoke last. Okay, the pod just dropped where Brianna like really lays it out and talks about the $12 million NDA, and so it's like really serious and crazy.
I mean, obviously, yeah. When we spoke last, I think we hit the nail on the head on him just being kind of an awful, like shady guy. But as more stuff comes out, it is crazy. And you said this a while, but it's been like kind of known in Hollywood maybe that he was a little controlling.
Or just like amongst people who like know that I had heard stories of like just like how he treated her, like just when she would talk to like a guy friend of hers or something. And,
yeah.
I
he like
knew
tried
it
to
was
square
like
up on someone that she was doing content with or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. I knew that was the vibe, and like I had gone through that already. I'd lived that relationship, so I was like, fuck, like I really don't want to believe that like that's what they're dealing with. But come to find out, it definitely was, and I'm sure there's a lot that we don't even know about.
It's so fucking sad. And I just like, even just seeing, she put together a video, I just got chills again thinking about it, of like all these clips of her, you know, and I think a lot of girls have been there where you're trying to leave a toxic guy and you almost take like videos for yourself in the low moments.
Yeah, you think you're gonna be able to convince yourself, or like you're afraid that you're gonna forget how you felt.
Yeah, so you take those videos in those low moments to try to convince future you in those high moments to get out, and to see that she had like been doing that is just so fucking sad to me. And it's so scary too, to like just the abuse of power. Like I really could go on like a whole tangent, but like,
yeah, and just the fear, like especially like when you're dealing with a relationship like that, but then that person happens to be so loved and so powerful and so successful. It's like,
and rich,
she probably
and famous.
just felt like defeated, because that was like,
and he's so the type of guy who probably was making her just feel like a small influencer, and like that, like,
yeah. And you can see like she's
him.
even showing, like, I haven't watched the full BFFs episode, but like in just the part that I was watching, he was like, just the way he speaks to her about like how like you work with like a bunch of fucking idiots, like just trying to make her job feel small, and like, ew, it's just the worst feeling.
And then it's like imagining what he was doing to these other girls that he was with, who maybe didn't even have
any
a tenth of what she had. Like, what a fucking monster. It's crazy that he offered her $12 million across a span of years to not talk about whatever he had done to her. Like, what have you done that you are that afraid of, that you are willing? That is so much money.
Yeah,
like,
but what's so crazy is she's really not even saying, like, at least in the part that I saw, she's not really you can tell she's like, there's so much that she's leaving out, and I don't think she even wants to, but I think that it was like a pride thing for her. She's like, I'm not taking that fucking hush money,
which is so admirable. Powerful and admirable. It really is.
I don't know, I feel for her, but I'm so happy for her that she got out, because it's so fucking hard to get out. Like,
yeah, 100%, especially clearly with someone that manipulative
and just so widely loved. And I can't imagine the frustration that she must have felt like all this time, like everyone loving him so much. Up until a few days ago, he was my favorite artist of all time. It makes me so sad to even think that that's what he's like.
And you just battle so hard with pride, where when I think you get yourself in these relationships that no one else likes. I've definitely been there, where you want to stay to prove everyone wrong.
You don't want everyone else to be right. And especially with like the public like backlash that they got just when they started dating and stuff. Like, I feel like it would have been more she would have felt like it was embarrassing to break up. So I feel like she probably like stuck along.
And he probably weaponized that. He probably used that as one of his many manipulation tactics. It's crazy. Turning that down, I'm like genuinely beside myself. It's so powerful. Like
but I think it's worth it for her to just be able to like, because it's so cathartic and it feels so good. Like I experienced it, like being able to finally talk about it and just like going balls to the walls, knowing like I will never care about this person again. I'm never going to see him again, and I can like be free. It's like worth it.
But imagine Clinton offered you $12 million.
The man can barely pay rent.
I know. I'm just saying, you'd probably have a rhinestoned Bronco and be like Schlinton Schmlane who. You know,
but
schmack schmayin' who, like, good for her for not, because that's probably really hard. Like, knowing that you could set up your whole life, but
she's gonna do just fine without it. And like, honestly, I feel like it just helped people better understand like what she was, because you can see, I'm not kidding, and I've felt this way all along. Like, I was always like a little curious, because we knew Brie obviously before she started dating him, and then when she did start dating him, like, you could like photos, videos, every time I saw her talk, I was like, is she miserable? I hope that she like gets her like little sparkle back.
Yeah, I wonder if she'll unpack if those takes on Grace and the Menendez brothers and stuff kind of came from when she wasn't in a place to maybe be making takes like that.
It's just hard when you're miserable and your mind is elsewhere, and then you're also like constantly being like, you know, like put in a position to like speak on things when like, you know, it's just hard.
100%.
I'm not defending what she said at all, because I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form, but also like you have to give her some sort of grace.
100. I like, grace is a funny word to use there.
Sorry, I hope she and Grace work it out on the remix too. I'm actually like, that's all speculation, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, like all me too. I genuinely like,
it's hard though, like
after seeing even just those videos today and heard this podcast, like trying to put myself in her shoes, I genuinely am like, holy fuck, like that's a really scary and sad situation. And I am like, as a fan, like, or just as someone watching from the outside, like very proud that she's standing on it and stopping this fucking awful, evil man from continuing to do what he does. And it's just so fucking sad how many of these, like, especially male artists are just like,
he probably felt safety in that all along, the entire relationship, knowing like, God forbid ever something were to happen, I'll just pay her off. You know what I mean? So it is so powerful for her to be like, nope. Sorry.
And it's so like him sitting there shitting on like Dave Portnoy and Josh and what they do. It's crazy because it's like I feel so like for her almost grateful that she had them, like the way they're standing up for her and standing on business. And
no, like seriously, I want to get into that like on a lighter note, because obviously like that's horrible and it's terrible that she went through all of that, but it has lit my soul aflame to see how Dave and Josh have ridden for her since this has happened.
That diss track is fucking funny.
Oh my God. I woke up, like I'd gone to bed early one night and woke up in the middle of the night sick, and it was like on my For You page, and it kept me up for hours.
How I was just lucky is Brie
to be away from ZB
it's so
and his
good.
STDs.
It's so
that part had to be
good.
removed though, because he copyright claimed it. You little baby.
It's so I'm just imagining him and all of his little like
minions,
orange minions, running around trying to like damage control. And
but
it's like,
it is so funny. Like I'm trying to think of some of the lyrics. Like He talks about kicking Miss Peaches out of the dressing room. They addressed the Noah Khan situation. Do you know about that?
What Noah Khan situation?
So Noah Khan did a show at Fenway Park, and Zach Bryan was supposed to be the special guest, and it was like already like people were speculating about it, and nobody knew if it was like for sure. But then Brie was at the show, so it was like confirmed. Everyone online was like, "Oh my God, he's for sure the special guest tonight." Blah blah. Blah. And then he never came out. Like something had happened. They no longer had a special guest, so everyone was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" Like there's drama. Something happened with Zach. And this rumor came out that Zach was like too blacked out to do it. And like it was like this huge drama and he was just too drunk and yada yada. And Brie came online and she was like, that's not true. Zach's not even in town with us. Like it literally never happened. And come to find out it 100% happened. She just was like defending him and like trying to protect him.
Yeah.
But
that's so sad too. God, like that, the feeling she must feel like I'm lying for this man. And like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yeah, that's what I just like right before we started, I was watching her say that, like how frustrating he can never like come to bat for me when I'm like being ridiculed and criticized from every direction. And like, I'm writing so hard for you. I'm lying for you. I'm like putting my reputation on the line for you. Like what, like you don't care.
That's crazy that he like,
oh, it's so disappointing. It literally is so disappointing.
Alcoholism obviously is just sad as well. Like I now wonder how much of these awful decisions he's making are in like a drunken haze. And it's like, oh my God, I hope he also gets the help he needs. But at the same time, it's hard because it's like, even if he was sober, Clinton was sober. You know what I mean? Like, would he still just be a powerful, awful narcissist?
I think
cheater, liar, emotional abuser.
Yeah,
Dude,
she said he broke up with
him.
her over the phone. Literally just was like, see you later. I'm sending your stuff. And then he posted that Instagram story and she was like, wait, what?
What a fucking actual
like imagine
piece of
having
shit.
like that serious of a relationship. They bought a house together. They got a dog together. She has literally been on tour with him the entire year. She put her whole life on pause. She literally like has been doing traveling podcasts. We toured and stuff. Imagine doing all of that on a way huger scale, except it has nothing even to do with like you're following somebody else's tour.
And
like,
that's
how
only
emotionally
fun.
Exhausting. Like
that's only fun if the person is loving.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like
Like
and then she gets on the bus at the end of the night and he's just like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, and he's like emotionally isolating you from all of your people. Like
he doesn't
I'm sure,
want you to keep your friends. That's what happened to me too. That's what happens in all emotionally abusive relationships because they're afraid that your friends are going to talk you out of being with that person, like being with like them.
Which is so
because any good friend in their right mind would be like, this is wrong, like he should not be treating you like this, and so they'll intentionally get you away from those friends so that they don't know what's happening.
And it's crazy too, like her Barstool contract, it was probably such a blessing because if she was not contractually obligated
she probably
to do
would have
those, he probably would have forced her to quit her job. And
I remember the first time I hung out with her when they first started dating, she was like, yeah, he's like already saying he wants to have kids and stuff. And in my head, I was like, oh girl, I've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
But I also was such a fan that I was like, have his kids, please. Like,
yeah. And that's just the abuse of power. Once again, it's so.
But the diss track was everything. New standard of friendship. Every single time a man does me wrong, hopefully it will never happen to me again. Oh my God.
I will make a diss track so fast. You know I will. That's actually my dream. Like, had you let me, I wanted to make like a funny ass mockumentary like against Clinton so bad. And obviously I'm glad you didn't let me. I think it was the right thing to do, but you know it's my dream. Like, just if you ever need a diss track, do give me a call.
It's never too late.
It's so crazy. Me and BB would slay it. I feel like I have to cut all my like house hunting tangents. Like, I feel like I just sound so out of touch and I don't mean to. I think I struggle with permanence, and that's like just what it really like comes down to. It's not like buying a house is so hard. It's just like I've always loved the ability to get up and go, like knowing I'm going to be tied to this property. And I don't know, it's just really the permanence of buying a house is,
it's not nearly as permanent as you think it is. It's like getting married. You could always get a divorce.
It's true. I guess it's true. I just, even when I like found the house, like, and I was like, this is the house, like I think I'm going to put in an offer, my emotions weren't joy. Like I cried and I had a panic attack.
Then maybe it's not your house.
But it's I've gone through those motions, right? Because I was like, is
you
that
know
what
when
I'm
you're
feeling?
gonna cry tears of joy?
When
you get all that money back if you want to sell your house.
That's true. It's a smart business decision. I think it's just big decisions like this do really,
I get it,
stress me out because it's like I went through all the motions. I'm like, if this weren't the house, why? It has every single thing on my checklist and more. It's just, I don't know, tying myself down. I don't have permanence or commitment issues when it comes to people, but I think with life, I really do. Like, obviously, if you skip out on a lease, yes, it can like fuck your credit and stuff, but it's just still like knowing I could like up and go anywhere is like, I don't know. It just feels like
security. Like, I don't know.
Like it's for some reason, it's just there's so much anxiety towards it for me. I have to write a will. Like, and that's so scary.
Ooh.
Like, that's what it's like, things like that. Like, what do you mean? Like, now that I'm
Dibs
buying
on the red
house,
boots.
I was saying the other day, if everyone in the friend group was finding out that I'm writing a will, like, I just wake up and like Ari's feeding me grapes.
He's like fanning
Hunter's
you.
in town fanning me. Like, it's like, I don't know, dude. I'm just, big life decisions are scary. And I hope other people can relate to that. Like, that just adulting is really
Adulting is hard
out.
no matter the scale.
It's true. I just want to be like young and free forever.
I want to go on record and say my will says as follows. Everything goes to BB who has the cats. Actually, it goes to the cats who are mothered by BB, and therefore she gets to
I think that's
decide
a really good segue for BB to come on the podcast. Yeah. Now introducing... I'm so fucking excited.
Bieber. Oh, Jesus, that's a heavy pour, sister.
Would you expect anything less?
Welcome to Canceled BB
Hi,
Baldwin.
BB. I put BB in my vlog, and the opening scene of BB in my vlog, by the way, is changing your Hinge preferences to 40-year-olds plus in Hawaii, so that we could have a free boat day. And I think that does just like describe everything you are as a person, and the people are hooked. They want to know more.
We didn't even get our boat day, so that's
We didn't get our boat day, but she did leave me one night randomly in Hawaii. She's like, I'm gonna go see someone, and then she sent me a photo in the middle of the night, sea turtles on the beach while she's hooking up with some guy.
It's amazing though that you always document it. You are like truly, in my opinion, the definition of someone who does it for the plot. And those are my favorite kind of people.
I texted you in the middle of the night and I said, should I do something for the plot tomorrow? No, I accidentally hooked up with the guy on the beach.
I think it's like beautiful though. I was just saying, like, I feel like you're a little pissed that she has a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. Like, everyone's getting
a little.
We're working through
I'm a lot.
We're working through it. No, but I'm being really careful this time to not do like I disappear from my friends thing. But the problem is BB doesn't like to be third wheel.
I don't mind it at all. I think I just like, I do not mind being third wheel. I think what it is like I haven't had very much time with you just alone. Not that his presence bothers me at all, but I'm just like,
no, I get that. I don't care how
back.
much I love my friend's boyfriend. I don't want to be with him all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get that. And so we're working through it.
And it's just a man. Okay. Like, you just like, girl time is
always.
always
A man around.
Yeah, at all. But I feel like if anything, you like, normally I'd be like, oh my God, you get a boyfriend too. But like, it's almost like you need the one friend who's still doing all the feral things to like,
no, I told her today, I'm going to die if she gets a boyfriend. Like, don't do that. I don't care how much of a boyfriend I have.
I was like, what about a girlfriend? She goes, absolutely not.
I feel like a girlfriend, like maybe I'm like being misogynistic or something, but I feel like a girlfriend would be like more weird about her being like so close with me.
I don't agree with that literally at all whatsoever.
You don't think
because
so?
I had to ghost you for 8 months because of my boyfriend.
Had to. It's crazy.
I dated a girl who was super, super threatened by my friendship with Ashley. Like, I remember one Halloween I was supposed to match with the girlfriend, and then our costumes ended up like falling through. Like, mine just didn't fit. So I matched with Ashley instead, and she was like breaking plates. Like, it was like really fucking, but that's it. Just that I think it just depends on the type of person you date. Not girl or guy, but like just.
I would never do that to you.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I pledged to the fact like I would never ghost you again. I would never not talk to you because of a man.
Well, thank you. I would get rid of a man so fast before I would get rid of you.
So fast. Like I'd rather marry you than any man probably. So
nice.
Don't
my
tell
life
Paige.
Partner. Don't tell Paige.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys do have like a little lesbian love triangle.
You have queer baiting allegations with Paige.
It's not queer baiting. We're both gay.
And they are in love with each other, I think.
I'm bisexual.
Have you ever dated a girl?
I haven't dated a girl. But
Just
I have
hooked up with girls.
Yeah, I have gone on dates.
What was your last like girly date like? I've never done that. I've never like gone on a Hinge date with a girl.
It's actually funny. She texted me the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The last date I went on with a girl was like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like in retirement.
In retirement?
I have like eras where I
go through like actual phases with it where like I like men so much, and then all of a sudden one day I'm just like, that is so disgusting. I couldn't, literally never. And then I want every single girl I've ever looked at.
I know that if I weren't taken right now, I would be lezzing out so hard. Like just with everything that's going on in the world, I would be like, I'm never marrying a man.
I'm never having sex again.
Yeah.
I'm not getting pregnant.
At all. It's horrifying. It's literally horrifying.
Yeah,
what was your last girl date? Like, what'd you guys do?
We went to dinner at Bakri. Silver Lake is my favorite place.
Silver Lake isn't funny.
Yeah, it was when I lived over
Silver
there.
Lake is so BB.
Yeah. I loved living over there.
Yeah.
And then we went to a gay bar afterwards and we took pictures in a film photo booth. And the funniest part about that is that a week later, I get a text from a random number that I did not have saved. And they're like, oh, I thought you wanted to see this. And it's like someone I went to high school with. And it's literally me and her making out in the photo booth.
How did the person
And I was
get
like,
it?
oh, because I accidentally left it at the place.
But like, but somebody who you know from high school happened to be the one to find it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny for them. Like, imagine they just grab it and it's just BB making out with the girl in the photo booth.
I'm not kidding. All 4 frames were us just sucking each other's face.
You
That's
could
iconic.
not even one smile.
Nope.
That's amazing.
Me
That's
smiling in a
hot
photo
though.
booth.
That's so hot.
Yeah. And then I was her first girl experience. And then she went and she got a girlfriend literally a month later because I low-key had anxiety because I felt very overwhelmed with it because it was like I don't know.
What? I want to know.
It's one of those things where like someone likes you and you're like, ew, what the fuck, get away from me. I think she liked me.
We need to talk to her about that.
You think she liked you what?
I think she liked me too much.
Listen, that's an attachment style. We talked about this a lot right before Miles. Like I think Brooke was kind of working through that. Like that's a real thing to run when.
Yeah.
BB, but I tried to have this conversation with BB this morning because I sat here and literally told Tana exactly that. I was like, I hate when things are too easy. Like there's no chase, there's no conflict. Like he's very sure, and it is unsettling to me. BB said that to me today. She's like, well, I don't want a puppy dog. Like I don't want somebody. But I'm like, if it's challenging, then that means they're not sure about you and they don't.
I want a challenge in the sense where like I know that they want me and they're sure about me, but like not that it's just so easy right off the bat.
Here's what I think, okay? I dated a guy that we reference a lot. We talked about him on the Patreon recently and said his name. I'm really
bless his heart.
Sorry if you see this, but he was so nice to a fault. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, but to the point that there was no funny, there was no edge, and he liked me so much. And it was so like sweet and corny that it did like ick me out. It was like,
I can't with the corny.
I think that you can, something that like I found with Nicole, she found it with Miles. Like you can find someone who's really nice and really likes you, but it's not
I think
corny.
I don't have like a little puppy dog, but like it is refreshing to like start talking to somebody and they're just like, yeah, let's date.
But I think that has to do with like you liking them enough. Like I think it's just come to the fact that like I haven't liked anyone enough for that to be okay with me.
Yeah, like they have to have a good personality and
yeah, exactly. 100%. So
well, at least you're finally done with TikTok boys.
I will never do that again.
Are you gonna?
No, I have my next genre of men that I'm.
What is it?
What is your next genre? This is why I love you. Like you'll pick a fucking genre and commit. What is your genre?
My favorite was like my stepmom era.
You only wanted guys with kids?
Yeah, like it's like really hot for some reason.
She would like literally send me a photo of like a 3-year-old in the kitchen. I'm like, Brooke.
No, but I think that's honestly so because it's like then you don't have to squeeze anything out. It's like
He
thanks.
loved me. He loved me.
I don't want to take care of someone else's kid though.
Oh my god, that would be my dream.
I
Like
feel like I don't mind it.
if Makoa had a kid, I would be so stoked. Like it's like
No, because then you have to think like someone else carried his child. Like I would be sick. Like you got someone else pregnant.
I'm the opposite. I'm so the opposite. Like I would love to be a stepmom.
I don't know why. I mean, probably if you asked me a year ago, I probably would be very jealous. But for some reason now, I don't really care about that. Like I do not get jealous
I do.
over that.
So what's your new genre?
I don't know if I even want to say.
Say. Well, I don't even know what it is.
Dating shows.
No.
Oh, baby, there is
only thing worse than
no fucking way. The only thing worse than a TikTok man is a dating show man. When
Just
I'll
let me
tell you,
learn.
girl, you know, there was a point in time
Yeah, but yours was ugly.
he was.
No, he wasn't.
No, but he wasn't the only one.
He wasn't ugly. He was only ugly when he
No,
spoke.
no. Are we talking about the same person?
Yeah.
We might not even. There was an era. Do you remember like on TikTok when it was like a trend to be like like I would be like, you know, you're an influencer when, like, do you know people would make those videos? Like you'd be like, you know, you're an alt girl when all the Too Hot to Handle guys got together and they made a TikTok and they said, you know, you're a Too Hot to Handle star when Tana Mongeau invites you over to her house. And then they all laughed. Like I had to watch that and I couldn't even, they weren't even saying like to fuck. Like it was like, I had just invited them over for like just a party, but I'm saying like, that's how deep, like
just the invite
in the reality show dating world I had made myself, because I dated Francesca too. Like I was
she's so hot.
I was for the girls and the guys of all date. Like if you just got off fucking Love Is Blind, come to Tana's house. Okay, she'll make you see again.
Definitely.
I think this is one of those situations where it's like you try to get through to her, but like I feel like you
baby, that is self-harm.
She has to live through it though, because it's like you can't tell her like, oh, I went through that and so you shouldn't, because it's like she just has to live it.
I just self-harmed for like 6 months. What do you mean?
I know, but I'm saying
I do think
we
it's
got
the
over
same.
TikTok boy and now we're on reality show man.
I got over TikTok boy while it was happening.
TikTok boy and reality show. It's just scary because it's like a man who goes on a reality show to date is in love with himself. Do you know what I mean? Like
think about like picture him filling out an application.
Self-taping.
I'm just hoping that like his friend did it for him. Or
no,
something.
it never is. That's what everybody says. No one's friend has ever. Well, would you ever do that for someone else?
Someone did it for me for The Bachelor, and they never called me.
That's so rude.
Why wouldn't you call me?
So are you talking to this man from a fucking dating show?
We're going on dates. Yes.
He is good looking. Like I do understand, but
his biceps are huge.
It's so funny because you probably are the size of his bicep. Like
no, I am.
And I understand it. You know, it drags you in, but I'm surprised you still want to after. So can I say his name?
No, don't give him the recognition.
I don't even want to, honestly, because I know that's what he wants.
Let's get ahead of it with the reality show guys, because you're gonna feel that way.
I almost prefer Stepmommy era. Wait, what also happened to Singer? I loved Singer.
Oh, we have some tea on that today. As of today, we got new tea actually. Basically he went MIA,
disappeared.
Very Zach Bryan type of guy.
Air.
No, he was like he's not like that.
Oh,
Singer.
Not like abusive wise.
No. I just meant like the archetype.
Like music wise.
Yeah, he's a singer.
He was very obsessed with me. He pursued me.
And
I was very
MIA?
down, honestly. Like, not my like normal type at all, literally whatsoever. Was super down. He went MIA out of nowhere.
Disappeared.
And I had mentioned it to him a few times, and then today I texted him. Hold on, I have to read it actually. Because we had discussed like, if we weren't to date, then we would be okay with being friends. And I was like 100,000% like okay with that. It never bothered me once, honestly, just because like I genuinely care about him as a human being.
Yeah.
So I was like, if that's like, if you're not in a position, because by the way, he's telling me like all this stuff's going on with my dad, my career right now, this and that.
Oh my God, I had a guy do this to me.
In Florida. Like,
not the hurricane.
Yes, he said
by
he was
the way,
underwater.
He basically like, yeah, he was like, and like, I'm over here like, oh, I'm so sorry. I texted him during the hurricane thing. I was like, I hope your family's okay. And he's like, yeah, they're good. I
had a guy use his grandpa's death to break up with me. And then he started dating the girl from Girls Gone Bible. And I was like, oh, it had nothing to do with Gramps.
Weird that it happened twice. Happened to both of us.
I've been thinking about it for like weeks because I'm like, first of all, I'm not one to like let someone get away with treating me a certain way, and like if I have something to say, I'm always gonna say it. Sorry, but I'm always gonna say it.
We love an outspoken woman.
Even if it's like my toxic trait though is I always want revenge. Okay,
that's and not I'm a working toxic trait. That is a wonderful quality.
It's my favorite thing about you, and when she says it with those eyes, I fall in love every time. I'm like, oh, get revenge on me, baby.
But I'm just like, I'm trying to be the bigger person. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to, you know.
What did he say to you? I like but your revenge plots are so good. I don't want you to change a damn thing.
No, you're perfect.
I know, but I don't want to seem crazy ever. And in my brain, I seem crazy always, but I don't think my delivery is crazy ever. I texted him and I was just like, it was really hurtful that you went so MIA, like after everything we talked about, after the last time I saw you.
Yeah, like we could still be friends type of thing.
Yeah. And I said, it's feeling like you got what you wanted from me and dipped. Honestly, that's what it feels like. I said, having a lot going on in your life is not an excuse to be rude to someone who cares for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's very valid. And I was like, at the end of the day, I was always okay with just being friends. But at this point, you're not a good friend to me either. He came back and just was like, honestly, he was really nice.
He low-key slayed with his response.
What did he say?
He said, I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do with myself and didn't know we were on the same page. I'm like, oh.
I hate when shit's short and sweet.
No.
He said, looking at it from your perspective, I realized how fucked up it was. Or that was because you really do care about me. I was no way, shape, or form trying to be rude, but I understand completely how I was. I always do this. I'm sorry. That was not my intentions at all to make you to be thinking this way.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I've been a bad friend. You're right. And I just didn't respond.
I just love a like, you're right, I did wrong text. Because like I've never gotten one.
But it's hard because I understand being you in that position where you're almost like, give me something to
sometimes
work
I
with.
want a little bit more of a back and forth. Like, what do you mean?
Tell
oh,
me
like
I'm a
now I
piece
just
of
have to be like, okay, maybe not all that.
I was perfect.
Like womp womp. Like that's never the response that you want. So now,
Yeah. So
I think, what about like a lawyer or a doctor or like
even
boring?
no,
You also don't want a man with like a job that he has to like not be around you.
No, I do want that.
Oh,
Maybe not you, but me.
oh, I don't.
I mean, I like missing someone. It's nice.
Oh, I don't.
I did long distance for like 3 years. It was fun. I was like on a high all the time.
Nothing was fun
you're
about it.
sick. That's sick.
There was nothing fun about it. I was there. I feel like like literally, you know,
I was,
when,
like,
when someone
19.
remembers something completely different than like it actually
Me
went.
always.
You were miserable.
I don't remember. I'm like, call me. I miss you.
You were miserable. She was hysterical. All they did was fight, and then he made her move across the
He
country
was
and
so
block
hot.
Was he
me.
Nashville?
He was super hot.
No, I'm like, which one was Nashville?
Wasn't there Nashville? I feel like
No,
when you
that was-
started.
Oh no, that's my friend Jez.
Bitch,
I'll say his name. He's my friend.
he's not your fucking friend.
He's my fucking friend. Straight up,
So
he is
much
my
to
friend.
keep up with.
I love Jez. He's a really good friend to me, actually.
This is my favorite thing about you is that you just have so much lore. Like I think we just unpacked 6
I want to
different
talk about.
boyfriends.
I want to do a segment called BB's Odd Jobs.
Okay.
Can you give me some of your different jobs and can we just because
Yeah.
it's
BB
funny
will do
'cause-
anything for $1. Like literally,
Anything.
you've had
Whatever.
every single day. I'll get followed by a new account that's like BB's like set design, and I'm like, what do you mean set design? Like
I have like
I liked the tooth gems.
Tooth Gems by BB.
Tooth Gems by BB. BB's. She was like tufting rugs for a while.
Guys, today I was like trying to creep on like a different TikTok account. Usually I'm just on an Instagram account, right? And I'm like, what's my username for like my creeper TikTok account? It's BB Cooks.
Wow, I wonder who it is.
0 followers. Just
It's
BB
good though. It's so good.
no profile picture. That's it.
BB Cooks.
I was
BB
stalking.
Cooks. BB drives for
Cleans.
Uber. BB. What else have you done?
Rugs, tooth gems, tattooing. I'm like everyone's assistant.
Yeah, that's how we actually got close as BB started working for me. And then I found out about all of your other odd jobs in that time.
Yeah.
What are other odd jobs you've had?
We used to drive around doing Postmates.
Yeah, Uber Eats. My car blew up one time.
Your car blew up a lot of
Couple
times, actually.
times. My axle broke one time on the 101 freeway. I almost
Steering
died.
wheel flew away.
Not kidding. Almost died.
Didn't
was
you
really
like
crazy.
masturbate behind the wheel once?
What?
No, different friend. That was
Not me. Wrong broke. That might be the third one.
no. It was.
Okay.
She got a speeding ticket because she
Wait,
got
I don't
carried
think-
away.
I wouldn't be able to focus.
No, that's the problem. She literally got pulled over.
Oh.
That's like, have you ever just been really horny in like weird situations like that? I always get really horny at airports. Like I've like
Wait.
debated jacking off in an airport a few times.
I'm debating telling you guys something new I discovered.
Tell now.
No, can we talk about having sex and your lips going numb?
Oh yeah,
you did.
I think
You did
I
talk
told
about
that
that.
story on the podcast, but I literally like no, I wasn't having sex. I think I was getting eaten out, and I literally my mouth got stuck like that.
Getting eaten out so good you get a little palsy though is kind of
No, but like it was.
What's your new thing? I'm not letting you just skip over this. Go ahead.
I'm not even. Okay, honestly, Aaron, like, can you just like not pretend you're not here? And I can't tell you how I found this out.
Girl, you know I'm gonna grill you. Go.
I'm like actually tearing up. But you just have to promise me you're gonna try it after this.
Honestly, I promise. Like I don't even know what it is, but you know I'm always down for something
Vibrator on the toilet.
new.
lost me. I'm down for anything.
Okay, but let me tell you how I got myself into this situation. Because
I actually have a similar story I'll share with you after this.
I'm crying. Okay, it's not like oh, I'm shitting and I'm using a vibrator. Like it's just that positioning, because it's like you can't really use the vibrator when you're sitting up or else you're sitting on your hand. But toilet, there's a hole.
Wait.
There's a hole in the toilet, so you've got some like
you might as well get a bidet.
No.
Oh.
No. It's important. So it's like it like technically could have the same effect if you were like just sitting on the edge of the bed or something, but like the toilet's perfect because you're just like in place and like you can get the job done. I found this out because I was in a bind and
What do you mean you were in a bind?
I think we were on tour and I was like, where am I gonna go?
In a green room? Did you use a vibrator in a green room of one of our shows on a toilet?
You want to tell them about how
if I tell you which one it is, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be so distraught.
She's sobbing.
You remember that venue that we did where we had to like go into the back shed to like get into the green rooms, and then there was like that bathroom, but like you couldn't even close the door hardly to take a shower. God, what else can I tell you about that? Like that would make you remember.
Make me remember, bro.
Like we had to like go out of the shed in like be escorted into the venue for like. It doesn't matter, but basically like there was the shower was like.
You're telling me you jacked off in a shed on tour?
Stop saying jacked off, but I was just like, I have all my shower stuff in here and my vibrator has to live with happens to live with my shower thing. So I was like, what if I just
Were you like extra amped up on stage? I'm imagining that you were like, what the fuck is up,
Milwaukee? I was fired up, but let me tell you something. It was such a different experience, like to the point where I was like, I'm not even kidding. It was like face couldn't move, arms couldn't move, legs couldn't move. Like my eyebrows were stuck in different directions.
It really gagged you?
I'm concerned.
It was honestly, I swear to God, nobody can say shit to me until you try it, because it was like still.
Well, here's what I'll tell you.
I do it at home now.
You
on
masturbated
purpose.
while I was in the shower in New York.
Oh,
please. I feel like you guys frequently have like masturbating shift days.
No, hold on a second. I'm on the phone with my boyfriend. BB goes, don't come in the bathroom, and then she's swinging her vibrator around on her finger. Okay, and I'm on the phone with my boyfriend, and she's like, I'm gonna use this, don't come in there. And she flooded the whole room with she was so distracted using that vibrator that the entire Four Seasons flooded. It was a shower head. For weeks, and they never cleaned our room, so for weeks we were sloshing around on her soggy towels, her vibrator towels. And she left the vibrator in the shower the rest of the trip.
I get what you're saying when you walk in.
Where's my face wash?
It's good that when you walk in the like, I feel you when you walk in a hotel room though, and there's like a crazy shower head, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this.
You just tried to frame me for that.
I wasn't trying to frame you. I would have admitted to my
No, but sometimes we'll be like, okay, you take bathroom, I'll take room. We spend a lot of time together.
That's beautiful, and I think it's a really close friendship. I was gonna say with the toilet jacking off, I dated this guy.
Stop saying jacking off.
I can't.
Stop it. It's not jacking off.
I don't like the word masturbating at all, and I don't think it should be the letter U. The letter U in there, I think it should be the letter E.
Why can't it be just using a vibrator?
I don't even that
jacking off. That makes me feel like I'm like
wanking it. I don't know. I guess that's true. But I dated this guy who. He was good in bed, but not good enough. Okay.
So you'd have to go finish the job.
No. So yeah. So every time we'd have sex, every single time we would have sex, I would like get so close, and then he would come, and then I would be like, "Hello."
What now?
And he just like didn't have the type of personality where like. This was before I started cussing people out for being bad in bed too. So every time after we would have sex, I would go in the bathroom and like wank it.
I need to start doing that.
Stop saying wank it, but like acoustic or like with help.
Yeah. Because it wasn't my house.
See, I can't even do acoustic, like no vibrator.
And I do get what you're saying. The toilet is kind of a good spot.
No, it is. And I'm like, I wish I could give you a visual, but
I have it.
You just have like now, like, you know what I mean? Like you just, it's so easy. I don't know why I just did the hand. I don't know why I did the hand. But like, you have to try it. Literally, like, I'm not kidding. And sometimes if I don't have a toilet nearby, now I have to just sit on the edge of the bed, but I will never be laying down again. It's sitting up only.
Oh.
But now it's like, how do I explain that to it? Like, if I like want to bring the vibrator into the bedroom, I'm like, wait, got to sit up for this one. I can't even do that. So
that's weird because like I want to be lying down like a sardine.
No, but you have to try it
sardine.
because I would have never expected it. But I'm not kidding. That day I came out of the bathroom and I was like, who do I tell about this?
Wait, so wait, let's be clear for a second. So you get off, like you have to like use your muscles to like hold yourself up to come.
No, my legs are swinging.
Because like I want to be like flat, like laying on my stomach.
No, my legs are
leg.
paralyzed and they're swinging,
like your lips.
and my face is paralyzed and my arms like.
The Stephen Hawking visual of you masturbating is
And
crazy.
there's no better way to describe it than Stephen Hawking because I'm in my fucking chair. And I'm not kidding. I get completely paralyzed. Like my neck, I swear to God, you guys. It really is like I'm stuck.
I don't even want the visual.
I also feel like you. Oh my God! I feel like you have so many stories where you're having sex and then you get stuck, and I'm starting to think
I get paralyzed.
I'm starting to think you might have a little bit of a something.
I don't know.
Oh my God!
Maybe it's like isn't that? Oh, what? No.
Like, do you have? Is there a disorder? Like, and now I want to go down the WebMD.
See, no, Celine Dion has something called like stiff body syndrome or something.
What?
Where her whole body will just go stiff.
SBS.
I don't know. It's very serious, and I love Celine, but like I might be like intro to that.
Yeah, I feel like you're always. I'm gonna go down a WebMD loophole. I was the other day. Amari was reminding me of all the times I was genuinely convinced that I had like. There was like 6 months of my life where I was really convinced I had Lyme disease because of WebMD, and it was just a zit that wouldn't go away.
You need a mighty patch.
But like, please tell me you guys will try it because I'm not kidding. You literally can't move a muscle.
I mean, I've jacked off on a lot of toilets. So, I mean,
Wait, okay.
I told you that. I told you that I dated the guy. I would always, every single time.
Yeah, okay.
This was like a frequent thing. It wasn't like once or twice.
Oh, maybe then it's just like something with my particular like situation.
But I've never tried the vibrator on a toilet. I was very
it needs to be a vibrator
what
on a
kind
toilet.
of vibrator?
I don't know. Actually, I guess it's always been pretty much
I
the
always
same
lose the
vibrator.
chargers to my vibrators, and I have like 9 dead ones right now. And
I have one that operates with an iPhone charger at the moment. So
Oh, that's new and improved.
don't say I didn't teach you anything.
I'm only getting sponsored by sex toys right now.
She's done like
I love
16
those
sex toy
eras, though.
sponsorships.
I'm like, mind
lately.
your business when I post another one this month, honestly. Like,
They
so
pay the
serious.
best.
They do pay the best. And honestly, it's like, it's kind of good because like they're going to make their return on investment because like everyone needs those. Like,
I don't know
it's just
though.
vital.
Be careful though, because one time I did that vibrator brand deal, and then that same vibrator burst into flames.
Literally blew up.
You know how hard you have to be fucking using a vibrator for it to combust?
No, I've like bent some vibrators. Like it's like it really, yeah.
Aren't they like silicone?
My favorite one, yeah. Like the silicone, it just got bent. I don't know.
Wait, what's your favorite one?
The
it's
Pro
like,
Max.
It's like a black, like long, like
it's like a wand, but it's insane.
Oh, like
it looks
the
like a
head?
microphone. It
Yeah.
looks like
A microphone.
a
I have that
traditional
purple one.
microphone.
It's
From
insane.
Hustlers in
It's-
Hollywood.
Yeah, I bought the same one as her, but honestly, it doesn't need to be that big for it to like not really work that well. To be honest, I found like
It's
one
too-
small, same horsepower.
Horsepower. Sometimes those are too crazy though.
No, there's levels.
No, I love the ones that it's like you don't even work for it. It's just like
yeah.
it's like so lit.
I had one that like I'm not kidding. If I put my mind to it, it would be 1, 2, 3 finish.
Yeah, like that's the type of shit that's insane to me. You could like touch it to your knee
Like
for
the
3
guy
seconds.
doesn't even know it
Think
happened.
about
You could
it.
do it in bed with him and he wouldn't notice.
100%. That's some good shit.
But she has like a silencer on her. It was like you
What?
can't.
How
hear
do
a
you know
thing.
that?
Because you were using it.
Oh, that one's a good one. It's the one that I posted.
It
that
has a
like
pointed
point.
end though. I don't like that.
What do you mean
It was
pointed
my
at?
first
Like
brand deal
sharp.
one. But it's so good. I'll send you the link. It really looks scary, honestly. It looked like a perfume bottle, but it did wonders for me.
I don't like when it all has like all the extra fingers and stuff though. Like where do I put those?
Like the rabbit.
I agree.
You put the big part inside of you, and then the outside part like goes on your thing.
My what?
Are we allowed to talk about that on here?
Of course.
The clit.
I don't like those because I think there's something about like wiping it off after.
No,
that's,
it gets all crusty.
Like defeating.
Oh my god.
One of
You
our
have to,
friends
like,
just told
wash
us
it
she's
immediately.
throwing away all her strap-ons at the moment because
She said she would donate them to me.
she said she's going to donate them to a newer lesbian. But I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I remember I had a roommate one time who was lesbian and she just would put it straight back in her box right after they
Ew.
used it.
And
And me
wouldn't
and my
clean it?
other roommate would be like, are you going to perhaps what do
A
they call it?
1-2?
Like when you put
Like
the
a
little
Lysol
barber
wipe?
tools in the little green fluid
Oh,
or blue
my God.
fluid. You
Oh my
need
God,
that.
I'm
It's
disinfectant?
called like Barbasol or something.
I'm really I think I've been
Barbicide.
so stressed out that my sex drive is lower. Like I've just been so stressed out and exhausted lately, and I'm in like just like I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, my sex drive has been really low.
I'm still in a major like honeymoon era.
I feel like that happens though with like long term. How long have you guys been together now?
11 months
Yeah.
today. No, it's
feel like-
not like him. Like I'm still so sexually attracted to
No.
him, but I'm just
No,
lazy.
you just like you don't want to do. I'm lazy too. I haven't shaved my legs in weeks. My boyfriend said it was like getting into bed with one of his homies.
That raises a few questions.
I know. I'm like, how do you know? though?
Yeah.
When is it my turn?
Any day now.
I'm going on a date tomorrow.
Are you with who?
Mr. Dating Show.
Same guy.
Big biceps.
Big biceps.
Big, but honestly, he's really sweet. We hung out on Halloween. I didn't go out, and instead
That's
he
a
came
green
over.
flag that he wanted to see you on Halloween.
Yeah, he was texting. We met the weekend before Halloween at a party, very organically, which I really appreciated. Okay, because I'm on Hinge. I'm on the other one. I'm not trying to get kicked off.
Please.
No offense.
It's easy to do apparently. What do you mean? No offense.
Oh yeah, you have a boyfriend because it doesn't matter. But we met like organically, so that was really fun.
It feels very special in today's like day and age to meet
Yeah.
anyone organically, obviously.
But that's how I met my Charlotte, North Carolina boyfriend, was organically at someone's like birthday party. So in the Valley too, and I was also in the Valley. So I'm just like praying. I'm like, please, me next.
What was he already on a show, or is he on a show that's about to come out?
He's already been on a show. But I don't know.
Maybe in my past dating show experiences, I think had I watched some of those people in their seasons before I dated them, when it ended, like it just would have told me a lot of things that I found out organically. Like
Yeah.
I do think that every single person that I dated from a dating show, like who they were on the show is who they were in our relationship. And
You could get ahead of
Showed.
it.
Yeah, no, I definitely can. I've done like a little tiny bit of research, and I haven't found anything that I don't like necessarily.
I do so much research. I don't know how you even like
because
I
I'm
understand
the kind
not
of-
wanting to know. I
but-
wouldn't watch this man's season of Love is
No.
Blind if my life depended on it. I was like, I am blind.
Yeah, but I'm also the kind of person that like I want to find out for myself, unless it's like something like super horrible that like someone did to someone. Like I want to know personally from my own experience. So
That's fair. I just do think, I hope that everything that happened with Mr. TikTok boy,
we
I
have
love
to
his
learn
family, honestly.
learn from our mistakes.
but at the
learned-
same time, I also think that you do have to go through every archetype on your own.
That's the thing. There's no teaching someone these skills. It's like not skills, but like it's like what
Skills.
we all went through. Like everyone's dated like a shitty social media guy. It's like all the different like genres, like actor, musician, finance bro,
Struggling clothing brand.
yeah, jobless, lives with his parents. Like
what about
yeah.
drug dealer? I did that one
You did.
for a
If-
long
if
time.
perhaps-
Well, because it's fun. It's like, ooh.
You get like a high off of it,
For
no
sure.
pun intended. But
Which
like,
is, yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I remember when I wanted to be like a trap wife, it was my biggest goal. And then he ended up extorting me for all my money. And obviously that,
I'm like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Right
it was like my first boyfriend, but he was a drug dealer. And and he made fake IDs. Like I thought I was so cool. I would like sit there and laminate them with him. And I was like, oh my
No,
God,
I
this
was
is it.
like filling cartridges up.
Yeah, like
Fully.
that's-
I was doing that.
Uh-huh.
Yep. In like a state
That's how
where it's,
they
like,
really that's how they cut corners. They're like, I'm not gonna like hire someone
it's
else
not
and pay
all
them.
on them. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like my girlfriend's doing it. Like
Yeah.
shit, we're both getting in trouble.
So fucked.
I
But-
miss that phase.
I
But
don't.
any day now.
You don't miss that phase.
I said I missed that phase.
Oh, you
Oh.
missed it.
It's the only like corner I really didn't hit.
You know what
Good.
phase I really want to talk about? Makoa brought up NFTs to me
God.
like last night. He was like asking me I forget what he was fucking. Oh, he was just asking me if I ever had any NFTs or like Ethereum or something. And I said no at first. And then I was like, wait, what the fuck? I'm literally lying. Like, the NFT era of LA was so fucking dystopian and weird now that I like look back to it.
I'm so
like,
happy I never took the time to understand it because it doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, I think some people still kill it, and obviously there are like the billionaires who did it and got their money and got out and like whatever. But
like Ricky Banks,
like
yeah,
the Gorilla Glue.
But so obviously something, whenever it trends online, it'll usually make it to LA, especially if it's something that these like fuck boys can make money with. And so I kind of just want to talk about specifically, but I'll bleep that. But essentially we were all friends with this guy. Our friend, he starts this company and they rent out a giant mansion in Hollywood Hills and they start throwing parties there.
Oh, wait, no, he's going to say it. Never mind. I was going to say Margot Robbie's house.
So yeah, they rent out Margot Robbie's house and they start having these really exclusive NFT parties, and people are like fucking fighting to get in the door. You're only fucking cool if you can go to them. And like, I remember how seriously they took it. And then in the walls of the house, they had all these TVs, and on the TV they would put the NFT images, and it was like each night was to honor someone who was like getting an NFT. Like you had a night, right? I had a night, and it's like, but everyone did. Like I remember Miles O'Neill had one, and like I'm trying to think of like just
they were gifting people these NFTs. Like
Vinny Hacker had one.
David Dobrik. I'm trying to think like.
And so then everyone would like come, and then like that person would like walk through the room and everyone's staring at them while they like accept their NFT images.
Yeah,
and,
it feels
like,
very like Black Mirror now that I'm thinking about it.
So like culty, these NFT parties, like the way, and everyone's just there talking about like building and like trying to like bring you into this like dark world where you buy these like I remember like the things people were doing to get like an NFT. I remember someone gifted me a World of Women NFT, and like I made it my Twitter profile photo, and it was like worth all this money, and like people were like so weird to me about it. Like,
yeah, did you like sell them? Like, what do you do with them?
I still own mine.
I think I might still own some. I don't know.
What do they call it? It's in our like cloud or something.
Our wallet.
Oh,
yeah.
But I just wish I could express to you the vibes of how like very like actual like scary movie.
It just
like,
was strange, but they really got me with like all those hors d'oeuvres.
They had like music showcases
and just like the thought of
They
like
had
being
people
honored
performing.
in front of people. It was like, ugh. Clinton did a performance at one of them.
Didn't he?
Yeah, and it was like, and it just like everything felt so culty though. Like it was like I can't express it enough. Like they would like take you to the back room of the house.
Yeah, and you had
like,
to give like your secret password and like all this information about yourself, and then you would walk out and they would present you with
and then
it.
everyone would be just lined up staring at you, like very much think like scary movie, and then you would like walk
and it was also
up
a surprise what it was when you got there, so you hadn't seen it beforehand, and then you would get it and it'd be like, oh, she got a like, and whatever it was called.
And then you'd have to like stand up there while everyone claps and like
takes
it's on
photos
screens,
of you, yeah.
like behind you, and like just looking back, and it was like you were only cool if you did that. Like you were only like cool.
I was so happy when I got one. Honestly, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it,
because it was like such a social status thing. And now the NFT world is just, and it wasn't like this was once in a while. Like I feel like it was like twice a week we were doing NFT related things. Like what do you mean?
It was a lot. I feel like I remember seeing it like literally all the time. I didn't really
just like,
participate
where are
in
they
that.
now?
Yeah, and then what happened? Like just the market crashed. Like it's,
I don't know. I wonder, like, we should have sold. I remember like someone sold theirs and it was like very like taboo. Like everyone hated them after that.
Yeah, like exactly. Like you would
So
get
I
them,
didn't want
and
to
then
sell.
if people sold them, it was like you were
Disrespectful
like
because you got kicked. Yeah, you got gifted it. So like you're supposed to wait until it's like, I don't know.
But then all the people I know, and so we waited to like
and
not
now
be,
ours is probably worth like belly button
Nothing.
lint.
yes, and a
Yeah.
paperclip, and like at the time it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's so sad.
Yeah, I would have sold that shit and been like, bye.
How
I don't
lucky
care.
are we? I just accidentally called my real estate agent in the bathroom and left her a 30-second voice memo of me peeing, and I'm talking like trickle peeing, and I'm so fucking embarrassed.
You didn't
Wait,
unsend it?
can you unsend it or no?
I don't think you can unsend a voicemail.
Yeah, you can. Oh, a voicemail.
Oh, a voice.
Not a
note.
voice memo. I call, it rang all the way to voicemail, and then I looked down and I was like, why is my phone talking? And it's like,
That would happen to you though.
Wait,
honestly.
you were just, Tana just reminded me of a story that I was telling on tour, but now I can probably
it's
tell
my
it.
favorite story ever.
So I hate to talk about shitting myself again, especially after I just talked about how I use my vibrator on the toilet. But we always tell these stories about shitting ourselves, and I'm like, oh, I'm so above that. I don't want to talk. Like, I don't shit like ever.
And I was telling a horrible story on stage that I don't know if I can ever make it to the internet, but let's just say it was a little poopy, but there was a point. It was like something awful that happened to me on Trippin' with Tart, and some Ozempic related lore, and
I was like, I'm gonna leave the pooping myself stories to Tana. Like, that's not gonna be me. But we had an experience on tour where, for some reason, obviously, like, we go to, like, from city to city, we order food in every city, and like we were in the most like random like Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah. And it gets scary when you start ordering like sushi in Burlington,
in
Vermont.
Like Kentucky. Yeah, you just don't do that. And so one night,
especially because our shows end so late, so it's not like it's
the
even
last door open. Like, we ordered from this like super sketchy like ramen place, like literally like
open at like 1 a.m. Like, that's horrifying.
There's just no reason. So we're ordering, and on a Postmates group order, you can see like what everybody orders. So I see that Tana like exactly what she orders, and I'm like, maybe I'll just order what she orders. But I noticed that she added a marinated egg.
I'm such a slut for a marinated egg.
I've never had a marinated egg because they are gray, and I don't think eggs should be gray. It's like, how did it get gray?
Give it to me now.
I don't get it. Like, it just feels like it's like rotten to me.
So
I've always
eggs.
avoided it, but I'll try anything once. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have one marinated egg. And so I added one to my ramen. The ramen comes. I eat the ramen. I eat my egg, and it was so fucking delicious. I'm not kidding. It literally, like, I was like high. I was like, this is the best thing. I'm not kidding. Like, I felt like when I was using my vibrator on that toilet, I was paralyzed with joy.
And she stole everybody's egg. She stole my egg.
I started fucking snatching eggs left and right. Everyone who turned around, I took their egg. I had like 13 eggs.
I remember I got into my like bed that night, and at like 4 a.m. I'm about to fall asleep. My eyes open. I was like, Brooke fucking stole my egg out of my ramen. Not even my side egg, but my like out of my ramen.
Well, you should have been quicker.
Yes, Easter Bunny.
Anyway,
get those eggs.
So I eat everyone's eggs, and the next morning BB's flying in, so I have to wake up early, and she's calling me. She's outside the bus, so I roll over. I put my little feet on the ground outside my bunk, and I'm like, oh fuck, there are eggs coming out of me. Like, there's like, it's gonna be a major disaster in a second. I was like, oh my god, I have like, there's nothing I can do. And so I open the door. I don't even greet BB. I'm like, BB, bathroom now. Like, we have to find a bathroom. I'm like fucking screaming. There's like there's no bathrooms nearby. There's not like a Starbucks that we could go to. Like, there's no solution.
Tumbleweed Avenue.
Yeah, like, I literally saw a tumbleweed go by. So I called Thomas, our tour manager, and I'm like, I need early venue access. I need to get into that venue.
And these venues, mind you, like, obviously I think that there's an equal understanding where they're like, hey, thank you for selling all these tickets to our venue, but the majority of them are like theaters, or like they see a lot of rock bands. Like, a lot of times, like, the venues don't really like us. Like, they're kind of like these dumb whores.
Like, yeah, it's just we're not supposed to be in there before a certain time, whatever.
And they don't want us in a minute earlier.
You're gonna get me into this venue right now, or I'm gonna be shitting on the sidewalk outside the venue, and it ruins everybody's show. Okay, so he's like, oh, I'll see what I can do, and I wait like 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh, it's happening now. Okay, and I'm in a pink Boys Lie sweatsuit. It's not gonna go down like this. So I call Thomas back again, and I say, Thomas, I don't give him a chance to speak. I'm like, Thomas, I'm shitting myself right now. It's on the sidewalk. It's literally warm. Like, I'm blowing everywhere. Like, I was being so graphic because I was trying to like give him a major sense of urgency. Okay. And then the door swings open. So I'm like, oh, thank God. And I hang up. I go inside, and I handle the situation. Okay. I did not shit myself. Nothing down the leg, not so much as a droplet
situation.
And I was feeling like, so I was like, oh my God,
I did that. I
handled that with ease.
That situation, shishtar.
Yes.
I kept saying that on stage. I miss shishtar.
That was crazy.
So then I'm sitting there, I'm chilling, empty as can be. And I get a text from Thomas, and he's like, hey, hope you're doing well. I hadn't heard from you in a while. Like, weird call this morning. And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck?
How lucky are we?
I go to my fucking call log, you guys, and the first call that I had placed was to Thomas, our tour manager, and the second call was to Thomas, as in like Clinton Kane's best friend, Thomas.
It's so like like you couldn't write that better. Like literally like 50-part series bathrobe, and then she calls his best friend and says, I'm shitting down the walls spraying.
But he doesn't like him anymore, so it was like fine, but like I'm just imagining that for the first time. And just like me just typing in Thomas and just calling the first Thomas I see and literally saying like, yeah, I'm shitting down my leg.
At least he isn't like still best friends with Clinton, because I just painted this image of like for the first time in 3 years they had like a good day at Clinton Kane's camp. Like they're all sitting around like laughing at Poopy.
They did have a recent good day, I will say.
Oh yeah,
but that's
Poopy
just about it.
Brooke.
I just saw him though. I saw Thomas at the Shawn Mendes concert.
Oh yeah, he saw him.
Didn't you see Clinton Kane? That wasn't you.
No, Sienna's seen him twice. I don't even know what I would do if I saw him.
Yeah, I would punch him
for sure.
You know what I did? Do you guys know this lore? Actually, I was doing research. This was
what? I don't know what story you're about to tell.
I heard a little rumor that Clinton Kane was performing at the Winston House in in Venice. All right, Venice. I can't speak English. In Venice. And so I went. I was doing research, okay?
This was as your series was coming out, right? Like you went
right
and you showed
after.
up.
Right after.
No. It was before the series had come out.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Baby, like that is just like a testament to your character through and through. Like she's cooking this man online, like diabolical.
No,
for the
I'm not gonna
behavior.
lie. She didn't find out. I found out, and I called her and I said, "BB," because I was out of town. I was on tour, and I was like, "BB, you're gonna hate to hear this." But I didn't.
But an all expenses paid for trip to Venice is in your near future.
No, I didn't tell her to go, but I was like, "Oh, you're gonna die!" Like he's doing a show at Winston House tonight, and BB, without even a beat, was like, "Oh, I'm going."
I said, I'm there. I'm driving 35 minutes from West Hollywood to Venice Beach, okay, to see Clinton Kane his free show, by the way.
And just
it was free.
Just imagine him on stage, like turning to that
he
feeling.
did. There's a video of him singing for the first time.
I have a video. I'll show it to you. I have a video of him. I'm filming him singing, first off, Taylor Swift, a cover of like it. I posted on TikTok. It was actually horrible. And I have a video of him looking at my camera, seeing me and being like, he forgot the words.
That's one of my biggest fears on tour. I like often go into this like paranoid haze that I'm going to look out into the crowd and like just see someone sitting there like a scary movie that like hates me. I like always have that fear. Yeah. Like at the LA show, I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh my God. Like
I'm his worst nightmare.
Like,
I know.
It's funny too. I was having that like nightmare on stage during the LA show for like a minute, and I was just thinking about like, I don't even know, just like people I'd pissed off. I was thinking about Cody Co-fans, and this guy stands up and he like tells a whole story, and then he's like, my name is Cody K, by the way, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, so I don't even like seeing people I like in the audience. Like I saw my boyfriend ruin my whole show.
100%. I feel the same way. It like really fucks me up. It's like
it did, because I'm like, now I have to think about everything from his perspective. Now I know exactly what angle he's seeing me at.
Horrifying. Hate
and
it.
He's listening to me tell this story about shitting down my leg.
You looked amazing.
It happened. Yeah, you did look absolutely gorgeous.
I was sitting next to him, if that helps. So I had his exact perspective.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Aww. I know that I've been going really hard on movie reviews, and like seriously, if you people want me to stop, I will stop. I've been in my grandma era, I've been at home, I've been in taking more media, and I have a lot of fucking thoughts, okay? I watched a movie the other day, and I mean this. I truly, truly fucking mean this. In my 26 years of life, I don't think a movie has ever like made me think these thoughts or like freaked me out as much as this movie. The Substance with Demi Moore. If you guys have not seen it,
I have to watch it tonight. It's good? Like you liked it?
Yes, but it's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna fuck you up.
No, I don't want to get fucked up.
What sense though? Like, is it sad or is it just like mentally like
all of it? It's scary, but do you know what a scary movie isn't? Scary like jump scare, like
psychologically, scary, like this could happen.
Like psychologically it's gonna freak you out in a way that no other movie I've ever seen has freaked me out. Essentially, the plot of this movie is Demi Moore is playing this actress who has been in Hollywood for a long time, and she becomes kind of older, and like she feels washed up, she feels older, she feels not as hot as she was before. Her entire career before was kind of based on her being hot. Like she had like a hot girl like workout show on like the Today Show, essentially, like where it was just like all about her body and being young and being hot and whatever. And she sees an ad in the newspaper that essentially is casting for a new hotter her, like, but straight up says her name. Like, her name is Elizabeth Sparkle, and it's like, are you the next Elizabeth Sparkle? Like we need, like, do you know what I mean? And she's freaking out about it, right? And she gets in a car accident. She goes to the doctor, and the doctor, low key, and this is something that happens in LA all the time too, which I think really freaks me out. But the doctor offers her this stuff called the substance, essentially, that she can shoot up, and it will make her a younger, hotter version of herself.
Sign me up.
Right? Isn't like NAD shot like a thing right now?
Yes,
I think
exactly.
that makes you stop aging though, not age backwards.
Essentially, but like it's essentially playing on that, in my opinion, on the Mongeaus and the NAD and the beauty standard and all of that. And I feel like we've seen so many things where it talks about the beauty standard, but not in this way, like in a way that's almost scary. Like, I think that how scary the movie was, like, showcased it in such a different, unsettling way. And she goes home and she shoots it up. I'm gonna spoil some things, so if for anyone,
what if I wanted to watch it?
Yeah, wait, I don't. Yeah.
no, you can still watch it. I'm not gonna like tell you all of it, but like, essentially, it births a new her. Right? It's not like she ages backwards. Like, there is now her and a new her.
Oh, no.
And then they have to take weeks. They have to like 1 week the new hot her gets to go do things while her body is like out for the count, and like hot new her has to like feed old her, if that makes sense. And then like hot her will like die for a week, and then like she gets a week. But if the timing gets fucked up at all, it takes from the other one. So then like new hot her starts allotting for more time. Like, she gets like a Vogue magazine cover, and she's like, okay, I'm not gonna let old me live this week. And it starts killing her. Starts killing and it is so fucked up. And it's like, it made me just really think, because it's like, I fall victim to most things like this.
Yeah, I would have immediately taken that substance home.
I'm sitting here right now debating getting on Mongeau or something fun that everyone else is on. And like, I'm going to unpack it a little more maybe on the Patreon. But like, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, I would fall victim to the substance. I would. And it makes, I bit my tongue. It makes me so sad. Like, it was like just the feeling, and it's really, the way it's shot is so disgusting, eerie. Like, Makoa couldn't even like watch. Like, it was like, Demi Moore's performance, it's, oh my God. And just all the men in the movie are super creepy. Like, pretty girls should smile. And like, it's like,
is it like American Horror Story vibes?
It's like if American Horror Story and Black Mirror had a baby, but the premise of it, I think I could see happening in Los Angeles right now. Like, it is like so eerily accurate.
That's scary.
That it's
I don't
really,
think I want to watch that.
I'll watch it with you. I'm gonna fall asleep in 10 minutes, but I'll watch it.
I don't even think you could fall asleep. I'm not kidding. It is like,
she can.
So,
I've never.
oh yeah, don't you have like narcolepsy when it comes to movies?
No, she has this.
Me as fuck.
No, it's not even
it
that.
It could be like me giving birth, and she'd be like,
absolutely not. That is not true. First of all, if you're giving birth, I'm looking at your vagina. Second, no, it's like, I haven't seen like Star Wars, Harry Potter. I haven't seen like anything important that I should probably watch, because I'll fall asleep.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'll report back.
Tana's
movie reviews. Actually, we should each watch something a week and then come back.
It's gonna fuck you up.
Like a book club.
I know that literally like this week I want to go get like a lip flip, maybe smash shots.
Wait, can I come?
And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, I'm going to be sitting there with that needle in me, like with a whole different perspective. It like genuinely fucked me up. Not hard enough to not go get it though. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part about society and the fucking beauty standard and it's such a fucked up movie.
I had a refreshing experience the other day where I went in to try to get under eye filler, and she was like, yeah, you don't need that.
Really?
I told you that.
Well, I mean, I always have gotten it.
Eye cream.
But she's like, that's not the thing anymore. Like, you don't get that. She's like, if you want to do something, you can do PRP, but like, we're not doing under eye filler anymore. Like, grow up.
Yeah, I feel like filler is not as much like as popular as it has ever
It's
been.
not, because
It's
there
true.
low key is like I have under eye filler that's now like over here.
Yeah,
I
so
experienced so much migration that like now I almost want to go into like revert. I completely understand.
I reversed most things. I didn't reverse my under eyes though, because I didn't want to like, because sometimes when you dissolve, it like dissolves some of your like actual tissue too, and like I couldn't afford to be any more hollow than I was. So it's like whatever, I'll let it go to my ears or something.
I think you're perfect to me. Your ears.
Yeah, I'm definitely more. I'm not trying to fill in juice everything as much as I was, except for my ass.
I will juice my ass up anytime. I literally feel like I'm going to topple over at any second.
I looked at a live photo of me the other day, and the body dysmorphia is so crazy because at the time I remember thinking, God, I look like a bunch of doorknobs in a bag, and I like.
That's how I feel about your Hawaii vlog.
What?
Oh my God, stop!
I'm
Just
like,
my
ew,
ass.
who
Like
is
at
that?
the time, I was like, my ass looks like a bunch of doorknobs in a bag, and I looked back, like I'm looking back at this live photo, and I was cheeked the fuck up. I was hiking, just juicy, taking nudes on Runyon, which is just a different time, but I was juiced, cheeked up to the gods, and now I'm smoking the Hank Hill pack.
I get it, but there's no shame in that. Butts are out. That's what they're saying. They're saying no butts.
I'm just saying I miss it being like, oh, Tana's caked up. You know what I mean? And
No
it's
one's
like,
ever said
Well, now you
anything
can
of the
fit into
sort
that
about
little Miss Me jean.
Yeah, you can fit into a little tiny jean.
Little Miss Me.
I miss being cheeked the fuck up. I think I'm gonna go back and really do my big one.
The only time I've ever had a butt is like when I was like low key, like way thicker.
I just miss my ass.
I wish you got to keep like, I wish I could like hold on to some things. Like,
I just really do get sad sometimes about like my perception of myself though, because it's like it's always
It
like
is
you
horrible.
think you look so bad, and then it's like you look back and it's like, oh my God, like
I looked amazing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
and it's so
well,
sad. But
even
society
now,
does
even
that
now,
to
like
you.
the hardest I am about my body, or like the biggest I ever was, like I would never look at someone else and be like, oh, she's fat. If I
100%.
saw
Yeah.
someone else with that body, but like me with that body, for some reason, I'm like,
And why we can't just love ourselves in the moment.
I know.
You want what you can't have.
It's so true.
Just the, you know.
It's so true. It is so true. I'm trying to be better about it. The substance really did fuck me up. I mean, hopefully it fucked me up enough to where I don't change things, but I do have an ass shot and lip flip appointment next week. So
I love a lip flip.
I want ass shots still. I don't think anything can make me feel
Wait, what
differently
is
about
it?
that. It like builds your collagen.
Sculptra?
yeah, they made it for burn victims because their face would concave in, and then they would inject it with it, and it would regrow, make
Give
the
it to me
collagen, so it makes your
now.
own ass grow. And that's why I was obsessed with that. I was like, I'm all natural. My own ass is growing right now, just at a rapid rate. Like, oh.
I want
don't
that.
know.
Wait, I think I want that too.
Me too.
Should we
Let's
go?
go.
It really
Should we
hurts
go
though,
be twins?
and the needle's
I
massive.
don't care. Give it to me now.
It really hurts.
I don't care if it's
And you
painful.
feel like a fucking turkey the way they like baste you on the table with the needle. Like it's a very in and out
Wow.
motion. It's not like an in inject. It's like
Well,
Yeah,
it is
'cause
Thanksgiving.
It's like a cannula.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Thanksgiving
yeah.
season.
But I used to do it on like Instagram Live. It's like, okay, I don't
Wait,
know.
what?
Community guidelines.
So many eras that I need to reflect on. But I think we should move on over to the Patreon because I do have a
think
lot
so,
to
too.
say. I really want to talk shit about Love is Blind too. All right, guys, we love you so much. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Canceled Podcast and joining us on this beautiful fall night. I don't even know what we talked about.
Vibrators
How
in the
lucky
toilet.
is Bree?
To be away from ZB.
We love you guys so much, and we're gonna go unpack so much lore on the Patreon. We love you guys.